Many times we've abandoned ourselves, so it's something new to invite ourselves to stand in front of ourselves and say, I'm here for you. Or to stand beside ourselves, I'm walking beside you. Or to stand behind ourselves and say, I've got your back, to ourselves. We very easily do that for other people, but often we abandon ourselves in those situations. And often it's because there are feelings or sensations that arise that might make us feel guilty if we're not just saying yes to a family member that wants something or needs something from us before we even check in if it's okay with ourselves, because it's just so uncomfortable sometimes to feel no, it's not okay right now. I love you, but this isn't okay for me right now. I need some space. Can I have 24 hours to think about it and get back to you? And this is where we'll all be challenged over the Christmas break. So that is going to be a wonderful practice, the Christmas break, of seeing if you can stay with yourself, not abandoning yourself, giving a space to check in. Is it right for me or not? And is it right for me right now? Not just it's right for me because it's something I've always done. Not falling into those old neural pathways. So in these classes we're creating a new neuroplasticity, in a sense, to learn to check in with our bodies, how to hold that space for ourselves. And in the Satnam Rasayan teachings of Kundalini Yoga, in the beginner's stage, what we do is cultivate the sensitive space, which is what we've been working on the last 3 weeks, and this is week 4, so we'll build on that sensitive space today, which is just allowing ourselves to feel what is there as it arises, without any judgment or assumption or preconceived ideas of what it should or shouldn't be, but just allowing it. So if there's happiness and joy there, allowing that to be felt. If there is sadness or grief, allowing that. Not saying, oh no, I don't want you, not that emotion, not that feeling, but actually holding a space for it. Because often what our emotions need from us is to be seen and heard, rather than denied or rejected or even fallen into to become the emotion, but actually learning how to hold a space for the emotion to be seen, so that there's an intimacy between you and the sensation, feeling or emotion, but you don't become it. So there's not a full infusion, but there's an intimacy there that you allow it. And rather than trying to heal it or fix it or see it as broken or wrong, you just allow it to be as it is. And this is what we've been practicing. And in that sensitive space, then we create the holding. Rather than trying to heal it, we hold it. So then we reduce this self-aggression. Oh, I need to fix myself. Oh, I'm broken. Oh, there's something wrong with me. My body's not working properly. Oh, I'm hopeless. I'm not worth anything, And it's just, we're not fixing anything. We're just allowing these parts, and including joy, because often joy is something that we don't fully allow ourselves to experience either. So we're allowing what arises. We're not putting anything into the sensitive space yet. We're just practicing holding the sensitive space, because it would take about 1 or 2 years to really have a stabilized sensitive space, and we're sort of doing it in 4 weeks. Next week we start to individualize, which means we actually start to put things into the sensitive space. And so today we will practice the sensitive space, just holding, stabilizing. We will intensify it and we'll expand it. So if you're getting lost with these terms, don't worry, I'll guide you through it. But before we get into that part of the practice, of course we do our Kundalini Yoga Kriya that's going to support us on this journey. So we take the last 2 fingers, Sun and Mercury, tuck them under the thumb, under the end, and then you're going to have your elbows by your rib cage, and it's like you're rowing, and you inhale forward, exhale elbows back. So there's a flexing of the spine as well, really like a big rowing motion. Move your elbows, your shoulders, move